Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is the SU-122A. It's the Tier 5 Soviet SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Prokhorovka, and this one is under the command of apgibbo of FILO. Well, he's taken this one out before, and he actually was on a completely different map, but this is the same map that we managed to get an ace tanker on in my own SU-122A. It is actually one of those maps where you can do it. Okay, 152mm howitzer, capable of doing 550 alpha, 38mm a pin, and 6.7 meters on the burst radius with a stun duration, which is fairly low actually, 6.5 to 11 seconds. Well, he's waiting for an enemy to appear at the railway line, which is quite a good idea actually. If you're fully dialed in there and a heavy tank does turn up, they're going to take a big hit. There's two Artys on either team. The enemy team's got a Fifi and a Gorilla. Somebody just knocked that tree over. So I suspect there is an enemy tank there. We just can't see him at the moment. Nobody's spotting him. And our guys aren't really that far south. The M8A1 is the furthest south, and well, he's not really moving much. But we do have somebody up on the hill who might spot that guy very shortly. Except they spotted a Panzer III Aslains instead. Which is not good that nobody spotted a tank. That M8A1 should have been up on a spotting position so we could actually see. Now, one of the reasons why apgibbo hasn't fired is because you don't get a huge amount of ammunition. You get a limited number of rounds in this SU-122, so you have to make best use of them. And in fact, it used to be only 12 rounds that you actually had. Now it's gone up to 18. And somebody is in there because a tree just got knocked down, and yes, he got a blind hit. Lovely. You can see the enemy RT is focusing on our guy up the hill. And they did lose that Panzer III Aslains because he just went too close too often and somebody slotted him. Okay, we're still reloading. Standard reload 30.3 seconds, and you can see here the AP's got 24.54. Second shell hits the ground, but he might still be there. So it's actually slightly longer on the reload. In fact, it's quite a bit longer than the SU-8, which has a similar howitzer, because that's also a 152mm. The enemy is now approaching from the south. We've got a Valentine AT, and they don't last very long because the gun shield is so porous. So he's gone down. Up on top of the hill, we've got a Tiger 131. It's going to take us a little while to dial in, and so chasing the target does actually take longer to dial in. So it's better to actually keep the vehicle still, let it settle, and then just adjust as necessary. Okay, well, an enemy tank, a Poodle, has appeared at the center line. And our Wolverine doesn't appear to be doing much. That was a shot from the Fifi on our team. Rounds out. Direct hit right into the side for 190. The other RT is also pummeling him. And he's really taking quite a lot of damage. That was very useful damage there. And I think that Poodle is going to go down. In fact, he has gone down, but now we've got an aircraft crashing. And whilst we're doing that, we'll dial in on the ARL-44. We just reloaded. Again, he's chasing the target as it pulls back. And the aircraft's crashing. He fired without knowing exactly where the ARL-44 was. I'm not sure if he got any damage there. Okay, well, the aircraft has crashed itself and didn't collect anyone in the process. And up on top of the hill, we've still got that Tiger 131 trying to use that ridgeline and his gun depression. Okay, we're loaded. Now we can see where the track marks they are on the ground. And there's the ARL-44 back down below. Again, he's chasing the target, and that's why it's not dialing in, you see. It's got a very narrow arc of fire, this RT, only 15 degrees, 7.5 either side. That was a direct hit. We got 503, so that's a low roll penetrating shot. did actually get a pen there. The M10 RBFM's just died, and he went down to our T6 medium. The T3485's turned up at the hill. I'm sure he's trying to get a spot on that Tiger 131, but look at this. We've got a Stug. A Stug 3 Aslains G. Got a better DPM than the BP La Pew Pew. I looked that up the other day. I was shocked that it does, but it does have a better DPM. Rounds out. Well, it hit the area where the Stug was last seen, so I suppose that guy must have moved back. Or moved forward. The fences haven't been knocked down ahead of him, so I suspect he's probably pulled back into the bushes again. Waiting. We're loaded. Oh, no, somebody's there because the half the house just got knocked over. Oh, he had a perfect opportunity there for a blind hit because it looks like the Stug was still there. Somebody half knocked over the house. Okay, we've gone back up the hill. And there's the Tiger. Now look at the tracks in the ground. Use the tracks as a guide as to where to put the shell. Round south. Very close indeed. Directly behind him. Because it has such a small damage radius, that probably didn't do that much other than a critical hit on the tracks. That's the Fifi. We're loaded again. Okay, now we're spotting a T6 medium. And he's down in the village. Dial in on that spot, because I think he's still there. Yes, he is still there. Put a round on that spot, then go for the Stug who's just behind. Rounds out. Kill shot! Good shot. So he's got that one. The Stug also went down. He was taken out by the T3485 from up on the hill. Okay, it's a 3.2 second delay for the shell to get to that spot. One of the reasons why Arty tend to be rather cautious about firing is not only do they get very few rounds compared to tanks, but it's also they've got such a long dial-in that you don't want to shoot before you know exactly if it's going to work, because otherwise you've got to sit there and wait for another shot. Oh, he got him! He got a direct hit! So you actually are more cautious about shooting to ensure that you don't waste any shells. And oh dear, our Matilda got set alight and the SU-85 claimed him. Now we're going to be loaded momentarily, and we just had a bit of a rescue bloom, and we're still getting it because he's constantly adjusting the shell. Oh, but he still killed the SU-85! Even though he had a blown reticule and was constantly adjusting. The shell did fly true, and RNG said yes, and he got the kill. So that's the second kill for apgibbo. He's already racked up just under 1,000 hit points of damage. Not much stun assist, but he is getting damage. And the M8A1 is now one shot. Okay, he's gone back to those bushes again. Well, both Arties are firing at those bushes because they obviously realise the SU-8 is still there. We've got a Sentinel this far back and a KV-1. There's the KV-1, and he's a one-shot. And he goes down. There's only 5 enemies remaining. And that includes their Arty, the Fifi. They lost the Griller. Still got plenty of time though. Normally on a tier 6 game with tier 4 tanks in it, it's over fairly quickly because of course some of the tier 4 tanks tend to go down rather quick because they're so weak. The M8A1's probably still up in the bushes, and he is now looking in the right direction. The The M8A1 should be in that bush there. Either that or he's a little further back. I think he's there. So if we let that settle and give it a shot. Go for it. He's probably still there, spotting our guys. If he suddenly gets hit, oh, he adjusted the aim to go after the Sentinel. So we missed the chance of getting that M8A1. And we just lost our A43 to that M8A1, by the way. So he managed to kill one of our guys. The enemy has actually managed to conquer the hill on the other side of the railway line, and that's not so good. And now we're dialing in on the Tiger on the other side. Now, I'd recommend against this under these circumstances. What you should be doing is providing support to your teammates on the other side of the battlefield. The M8A1 was there, but he was actually fallen back. And the enemy Arty, who's probably by the railway line, is trying to help him stay alive. He's gone. We did fire. The KV-2 is about to find the enemy Arty, who's over by the railway line. So we're dialing in on that side. Oh, no, we're at the center, looking at the Tiger 131, who made a bit of a boo-boo here because he's actually come down to try and shoot over the railway line. The enemy RT has now been spotted. He is exactly where I thought he would be, next to the railway line. And the KV-2 is zooming in on him at the back. There we go. He's an easy kill. Here's a Fifi. He's slow. We're still reloading. And yes, he's Amaraked. Unfortunately, our shell hit the KV-2, but it was the M8A1 on our team who got the Fifi. Now, the bad news is that Tiger 131 is probably headed this way. Or is he? No, he's not. He's actually at the center, so I'm wrong. But the VK3001H is an AFK, and our Fifi is actually near us. But he should focus on that Tiger now. The rest of our team are after him. Okay, big reticule bloom there. And that made the shell go awry. The other remaining enemy is a Rudy. He's up on... Oh, he was up on the hill. He's now down in the village supporting the Tiger. The Tiger's a one-shot. Next shell should take him out. That was an armor-piercing round from our Fifi. Rounds out. Oh, we would have got that kill, but the M8A1 got the kill instead. So now we're going to dial in on the Rudy. Meanwhile, our teammate in the Fifi is still firing armor-piercing rounds, which I think are standard AP, not heat rounds, because they're not making the same noise and flame as a heat round. The Rudy just managed to kill our M8A1, one of our prolific killers. Well, he got 2 kills. Well, apgibbo has 2 kills as well. But there's the last kill of the game. And I think, yeah, because we run out of shells, there's nothing we could do. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for apgibbo FILO in the SU-122A. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9, and his win rate from that one, 4,514, which is super unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in the game turned out to be the A43, who picked up a Confederate and 1,762 hit points. Unfortunately, got taken down by that M8A1, who was spotting. And yes, he had the 57mm or 6-pounder gun, which was quite capable of taking down an A43, and he managed to nail him. The second highest damage went to the Tiger 131 with 1,567, and the third highest damage went to apgibbo with 1,489. When it came to kills, we can see the highest score was 2 kills, and quite a few players got him. The A43, apgibbo got 2, The Fifi got 2, the M18 1, the T3485, the T6 medium, and the other M18 1 on our team. And on the enemy team, only one player managed to get more than 1 kill, and that was their M18 1. When it came to base XP, it was the A43 with 745, followed by apgibbo with 729, followed by the Fifi with 696. He fired only 18, well, all of his rounds actually, 18 rounds in total, 6 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots, and 6 splash. Damage of 1,489, all of it at more than 300 meters. So, which ones do you think he penetrated in this game? Well, I suspect that he penetrated the SU-85, very thin armor. Yep, 312 hit points from a shot on that one. And the other one he penetrated, well, it wasn't the T6 medium, and it wasn't the Stug. It was, in fact, the ARL-44. Amazingly, he managed to get a penetrating shot on that guy, and it might have been one of the blind shots that he took, which actually hit the guy. But yes, he did get a pen. Damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 2, and got 381 hit points of stun assist off 8 stuns. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a loss of 10,589 credits, and also 1,458 experience points for that game as well. But at least it's an ace tanker. He's had them before, and it was nice to see it again. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.